Hello. The purpose of this video is to familiarize you with the service aspects of the new Genie S60, S65. We've added a virtual pivot design, new technology, and excellent access for service. The result is simplified service procedures and more parts commonality with other Genie products. First, let's look at the drive chassis. The drive system is made up of Sauer-Danfoss LV-type cartridge motors with integrated brakes attached to R&R transmission wheel drives with a 56:1 ratio. We have the same drive motors and wheel drives at all four corners. These wheel drives provide very simple installation and removal with only 2 bolts to attach them to the wheel drive. We also have incorporated the Genie active oscillation system. Here's the cylinder. Let's look at the rest of the circuit. The rest of the oscillate system consists of the manual valve, which is attached to the drive chassis. The linkage for the manual valve is attached to the floating rear axle. Manual valve sends the fluid up to the oscillate cylinders, and this is what provides for the positive traction, keeping all 4 tires on the ground at the same time. While we're here, let's look at the drive manifold. Notice all of the hoses on the drive manifold have straight fittings on them, easy access. The drive manifold also splits up the flow of the fluid 50% to the rear, 50% to the front, and then 50-50 to either side. While we're here, let's notice the easy access to the non-steer end drive motors. Only 2 bolts, a few hoses, the drive motor comes right out. Now let's move to the swing chassis. Let's look under the engine side cover now of the swing chassis. These covers are also common with the Z80 products. Under here we'll find the swing drive assembly, swing motor and swing drive, the brake 2-speed manifold, same basic location it's always been in, a 2 gallon per minute oscillate pump. This pump is exclusively for the oscillate circuit that we discussed earlier, a 15 gallon per minute function pump, and this is filtered with high pressure filtration leading over to the function manifold. This way we provide clean fluid directly into the function manifold. Components last longer, less maintenance. Our drive pump is electrical proportional. We also have a filter here for the charge side of the drive pump. Our engine selections, we have 2 separate diesel selections and 1 gas LP selection. And many of these engines you'll be familiar with. We have them on many other Genie products. The engine tray swings out a full 50 degrees as opposed to the 15 degrees on the previous model. Let's go over to the tank side now. Over here we have the lower control box. Inside should look pretty familiar. We have a terminal strip, makes it easy to troubleshoot. The ignition start module, which is common with many Genie products. Easy access to the battery. Easy access to the function manifold, all of the valves. There's only 1 relief valve on this function manifold. Easy access to all the hoses, which are in the back. You can get a wrench on every one. The auxiliary pump, common to the S80 products. And right above there, we see an access hole for gaining access to the lower pin of the primary lift cylinder in the event you need to do maintenance. Here you can see the access for the primary lift cylinder and 2 of the 4 links of the virtual pivot design. This design allows us to dramatically decrease the overall weight of the machine. Simple pins and banjo bolts, no rocket science here. Inside the mast is the extension cylinder and cable assembly. This design allows us to extract the entire assembly out the counterweight end of the mast without having to disassemble any boom sections. This turns the process into hours instead of days. The cable track is common with the S80, Z80, and Super Boom products. There's plenty of room in here in the event you need to change a cable or a hose, or if you want to add airline to plat and weld cables later. Another feature of the S65 is the commonality of the jib with the S45 and S85 products. One improvement that we have made is we've moved the jib manifold from here over to this location in front of the platform for better protection. The platform is also interchangeable with virtually every Genie boom product. The last thing we'd like to talk about today is the platform control box, the Hall effect joysticks, along with the ALC 500 control system. This system is used on a large number of Genie boom products. The system is adjustable by using the drive-enabled toggle switch, a palm device, or a laptop computer. It also has onboard self-diagnostics. Let's look at some of the diagnostic tools. Here's the heart of the ALC 500 control system, the printed circuit board. The onboard diagnostics are provided by the fault and the status lights indicated here. We can simulate a fault by disconnecting the extend retract controller. We'll get an audible alarm, and then the fault and the status lights will flash in a series of flashes that will give us the code which we can read from the decal inside the platform control box. Now let's clear the code by reconnecting the extend retract controller and recalibrating it by holding the controller for full stroke 5 seconds in each direction. We'll get an audible alarm that the joystick has recalibrated. Then, after the ALC 500 cycles through its diagnostic mode, the fault light will go out, the status light will indicate a no fault condition, and you're good to go. Well, that's it, folks. Those are the most important service aspects of the new Genie S60, S65. If you have any questions, please call, and thanks for watching.